Hey, great to have you here. So back today with another SH Figuarts video, specifically with the Dragon Ball line. So Tamashii Nations recently had their 2024 event where they had a lot of announcements, a lot of reveals, and I put a community post out about this, but I'm going to do some videos and posts with regards to some of the figures that are relevant to this channel specifically. So look forward to those. Going to start one off here with a little bit of a controversy in my opinion with the Dragon Ball line, and specifically the Daima side of the Dragon Ball line. So I haven't looked into a lot of feedback what the comments are with this one, so let me know down below in the comments your guys' thoughts on this and see if you align with what I'm thinking or if you're totally fine with this decision. But feels like a bit of a stretch to have this release come out. So we'll just jump right into things, and I'll show some stock photos here as well on the screen. But we have, obviously, the Daima line has been starting up with the Daima storyline ongoing at this point in time. So we've had the mini versions of Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo. We've had the adult versions of Goku and Vegeta. We also got some other announcements I'll probably share as well from the Tamashii Nations 2024 event. But the big one I want to talk about in this video is the release of the Goku Mini Super Saiyan form. So I haven't watched Daima at this point yet. Hot take maybe, but I'm a big fan of the dub side of things when it comes to Dragon Ball, just because that's how I watched it growing up. So I kind of stick with that. So I've been waiting for that before really jumping into things. But apparently in a recent episode, Goku Mini went Super Saiyan for the first time. So with that reveal, they decided, hey, let's have the figure announcement at the same time. So we got the announcement of this Goku Mini Super Saiyan form. And if I'm being honest, it feels like a bit of a cash grab in my opinion. And once again, open to feedback down below, but that's just my thoughts. It felt like we've had figures like this before where all they have to do is put a Super Saiyan head in the packaging with the original figure. Something like, I don't know, the Trunks Boy from the Future one that we got recently, where we have just the regular Trunks head, then we have the Super Saiyan head included with that. Not sure why we avoided that with this one. I don't know if we want to say because it's a budget figure, that's not the route they went with, or they wanted to save the reveal of the Super Saiyan form until it happened in the show. Not too sure about the logic behind it, but I feel like the real story behind it is it's an easy additional money grab for having this figure released, in my opinion. So what are your guys' thoughts overall? As I said, when I saw the photo here, I just looked side by side at the Super Saiyan Goku Mini and the regular Goku Mini. Looks like we have the exact same body, no differences. I'm trying to find anything, so let me know if you point anything out, but looked like everything with the gi, with the boots, with the wristbands, with just the entire mold looked the exact same. Even the pole in the back with the strap felt like the exact same. The only change is we get a Super Saiyan head. Not sure if we're going to get other Super Saiyan heads, so maybe if you have that, you can justify it a little bit. So if we had other expressions in Super Saiyan form, because a lot of times when we get the extra headpiece with these figures, we'll be stuck with having just one expression. A lot of times it's just a kind of muted face where they're just looking very serious. That's all we've seen for head purposes for this new figure. So maybe if they have other expressions, like him doing some of the faces we have on the Power Down Mini, where he's like yelling maybe, or smiling, or doing something completely different, you can partially justify it because these are budget figures in theory. We haven't seen a price point for this one, but I imagine it'll be in alignment with the original one that's going to be around that $35 price point. I can see somewhat if you're going to say we're going to throw other faces in, but we haven't gotten any visibility of that yet. They've shown the stock image of him as well as some images of him from the Tamashii Nations event, and it's kind of the same shot, just him looking serious, straight on with just his fists, and that's about it. So maybe we'll get more included here. Maybe we'll get some DLC for another Daima character that they don't want to show us just yet because it hasn't happened in the show. But for now, I think just seeing this first image, it's not a great look coming out with this shot of just saying, hey, the exact same thing, just with a different hairstyle. We're going to charge a whole new figure price. I'm not sure exactly who's going to be picking that up. Obviously, you get your anime collectors who buy every figure that will probably pick it up no matter what. But if you're more conscious about your purchasing decisions, this is one, while it's a budget figure, if you have the original Daima, are you going to buy this one too? Are you going to have both Goku Mini Power Down and Goku Mini Super Saiyan? I don't know. As I said, maybe we'll get more stuff. We've only have what we've seen from the shots they've given us. So if you give us a lot more things in the box, then I can maybe revisit this and say, while it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, you could have still thrown the head in there. There's some things that work with the new separate release. So what are your guys' thoughts overall? Do you think, hey, you're okay with this? It's something you can just not pick up, which that's mostly my opinion. You know, my overall logic is vote with your dollars. So if it's something you don't like, you don't have to go bashing it everywhere. You can just say, you know, not for me. Happy for people that want it. And that's kind of my thoughts overall. Where do you stand? Is this one that you're definitely going to pick up? Is this one that you're on the same page where you're like, that feels like they could have just thrown that head in with regular Goku? We kind of assumed that Goku would get Super Saiyan, even in mini form. Maybe some people didn't believe that would happen, but it felt like pretty obvious at some point he would power up, and it sounds like it only took a few episodes for that to happen. So what are your guys' thoughts overall? Is this something that you're going to grab? Is this something that... Have you gone down the Daima line at all? I haven't picked up anything from Daima yet, but that's partially because, as I mentioned, I haven't watched the show, so I'm going to hopefully check it out in the near future, and then from there make a decision on picking up some of these Daima figures. But happy to cover them here on the channel regardless. So overall, as I've mentioned a few times already, what are your thoughts on this? Does it feel like a bit of a cash grab to you, or is this something you're excited for? Happy to chat either way down in the comments below. So I appreciate you guys so much for watching, and I hope to talk to you again soon.